Dangerously cold temperatures continue across the inland Northwest, and we're tracking some snow. Your forecast is next.
And as we round out 2021 with below freezing temperatures, how you can stay safe and warm this week.
Well, I want the laws to change. This ain't over for us.
Using the power of TikTok, millions of people now know the story of a Newport teen who was murdered last fall. Now, one of the suspects in his murder is walking free.
Plus, COVID is at the top of many minds as we return from the holiday season. And as we hunker down for the cold weather, Washington health officials are afraid Omicron may already be joining you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News at 6. I'm Whitney Ward.
And I'm Tom Sherry. Mark is off this evening. Our top story tonight, new developments in the murder of Jason Fox. He's a Newport teenager. He was found dead last October.
So 4 men have been in jail awaiting trial for his death. Today, though, one of them walked free. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk talked to Fox's dad, who said that suspect is getting off way too easy.
Jason's parents have used social media, including TikTok, to share their son's story. They believe the murder was a hate crime. Today, one person believed to have witnessed the killing walked free. We want to warn you, some of the details of this crime are disturbing. 4 men have sat locked up in the Pend Oreille County Jail for the last 14 months, accused of murdering 19-year-old Jason Fox. Today, one of them pled guilty to lesser charges. Kevin Belding is now a free man.
To me, that's obscene. You can eat popcorn and watch a murder and know where a child is buried for 3 weeks. And, and then another 4 weeks almost after that before they were arrested.
Jason's father, Michael Fox, believes Belding is getting off too easy. He pled guilty to lesser charges, including rendering criminal assistance, a felony, and failure to notify the coroner. Belding faced roughly 1 year in prison for those charges, but was released today, getting credit for time served.
People love Jason, and I don't think Kevin Belding's going to have an easy run of it here.
The other 3 men, Riley Hillstead, Matthew Raditz Freeman, and Claude Merritt, remain in jail. Police believe they beat Fox to death, tied his hands, and buried him in a shallow grave. When Jason's body was recovered, Michael says a coroner recommended doing a closed casket funeral.
He told us, "You don't want to see him, Mike. This is the worst I have ever seen. The worst he has ever seen." And, that stuck with me.
While police haven't shared a motive for the murder, Jason's parents think it had to do with his sexuality.
I still believe that it most likely, in fact, is primarily or entirely because Jason was gay. I do.
They want the 3 men to be charged with a hate crime and have spread Jason's story on social media, including TikTok. The hashtag Justice for Jason Fox has more than 10 million views.
He was a good kid who was really on the verge of becoming a good man.
The 3 men in jail will have their trials early next year. Reporting in the newsroom, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Well, our other top story at this hour, those bitter cold temperatures out there. In fact, Tom, nowhere in the inland Northwest tonight is above freezing right now.
Not at all.
Craziness. And of course, it's not going away anytime soon.
No, the worst is yet to come as far as colder temperatures are concerned. We're already at 9 degrees, thankfully. Thankfully, we don't have much in the wind department, so our wind chill is pretty negligible. These are some of the wind chill temperatures. The only place we're seeing some real significant wind is up in the Omak area, and you can see the wind chill temperature up there is sub-zero at -8 degrees. It feels like it's 1 degree here in the Spokane area, 2 in Deer Park, and 10 in Coeur d'Alene. Radar shows a little bit of snow that is occurring down in north central and northeastern Oregon, but most of Washington, Idaho, and Montana are dry right now. So the big weather story for us is bitter cold weather. Tonight's overnight low will be 4. Should drop down to 1 degree on Thursday. Look for snow on Thursday as well. And then we've got -1 expected on Friday. My gosh, partly cloudy skies and a daytime high of only 15 degrees. I'll check that 10-day forecast that shows our temperatures moderating a bit next week. We'll do that for you coming up in a few minutes.
All right, we'll look forward to that. And with the freezing temperatures here in our area, all the snow and ice that has built up on the side streets isn't going to be melting anytime soon. Right now, the city of Spokane is just focusing on keeping the arterials, hills, and bridges clear, which means the most dangerous part of the drive could actually be right next to your own home.
The city's snow plan only calls for activating a full city plow on side streets when it snows 4 inches or more. But with more snow on the way this coming Thursday, this week the situation on the sidewalks, side streets, I should say, is going to get much worse.
And with those freezing temperatures, we want to make sure that you and your family are able to stay safe.
Starting with your house, plumbers are already starting to get flooded with calls about pipes bursting.
You don't know what's going on until the damage is done. It ruins the sheetrock, the framing, the flooring, grandma's piano. Anything that's down in that area is going to be ruined.
Wow. So to help prevent your pipes from freezing, some things you can do are opening up the sink cabinets to let heat from the house circulate in those cabinets. You can also consider leaving a trickle of water running from the highest faucet located in your house.
Secondly, the city of Spokane has opened a warming shelter at the convention center. There are more than 100 spots for people who just need a place to sleep overnight and come in and get warm. Pets are also going to be allowed at that location. Along with providing food and blankets, they will also be handing out winter essentials to people who need them. The city is accepting donations for that center. Those can be dropped off at the Cannon Street shelter.
Lastly, make sure to keep an eye out on your pets. If it's too cold for you, then it's too cold for them, along with making sure they're inside as much as possible. Make sure they've got an extra coat when they go outside. Yeah, that extra layer of protection can actually help keep them warm. Also keep an eye out on their paws. The cold and the damp weather can dry those paws out, and that can cause some real problems. For more tips to keep your pets safe, just head on over to krem.com.
Yeah, and take it seriously. We know that they're cute, but those little dogs are not built to be out in these cold temperatures. Kiddos, though, in coats and snow pants, they love it. If you're out enjoying the snow with your kids or your pets, make sure and send us pictures or videos. This is actually from our own Mark Hanrahan. Those are his kids sliding down the hill there in Manitou Park, and they were having a grand old time. You can text your pictures or video, to the number right there on screen, 509-448-2000. You can also use the Near Me section of our KREM 2 mobile app, and then we might just be able to show your pictures or videos on KREM 2 News.
Lucas and Camilla right
yes,
there.
They were loving it. It was a great day for that, as long as you were bundled up.
You for sure.
All right, so this week we know has been a roller coaster of emotion for all those Coug fans because, first of all, the original opponent for the Sun Bowl pulled out because of COVID, so we thought maybe the whole thing would be canceled. Well, now a new team is stepping in.
Sports Director Brenda Green joining us right here on the set now as the WSU football team has officially turned the page in El Paso. They're right there right now preparing for their game against Central Michigan.
Yeah, just, 3 days away from this contest happening. Such a quick turnaround for this team. Now, of course, another quick turnaround for this squad happened with WSU quarterback Jayden de Laura.
Oh boy.
He actually just joined the team in El Paso after his flight from Hawaii to Seattle was delayed, which caused him not to get to Pullman on time for WSU's charter plane.
Wow.
He was at practice today for the first time after all of that craziness. Dickert said it was good to have him out there just because the energy feels different when Jayden is there. Like I said, just 3 days to prep for Central Michigan for the Cougs, which is a very short amount of time in the football world, but Dickert has found his own spin on it.
When we talked to the guys when we got the game, we say, hey, everybody wants to be a professional. This is like a Sunday to Thursday game, so we had really 3 days to prepare. We, stay on our rules and principles and just make sure our guys can go around and play fast.
We'll get one last update from WSU's practice tomorrow as they will close it to the media on Thursday. We will hear from Jake Dickert that day, though, at the head coach's press conference. Myself and Travis Green getting on a plane tomorrow to head down to the game. So we will be on the ground Thursday, and we will have all of the latest coverage. Also, later on in the show today, Travis has his own feature. We're starting to air our features leading up to Bowl Week with Gonzaga Prep's standout, our WSU standout, Armani Marsh. Of course, we also are going to have full coverage of this game once we get there. 8 a.m. on Friday, we will have a pregame show. Myself and Travis will be live from the Sun Bowl. And then, of course, this game airs at 9 a.m. only on KREM. So
it's just exciting to know after all those ups and downs for the team. I mean, this year has been a year of ups and downs. I mean, they deserve to have this bowl, and to have it, taken away at the very last minute would have been so sad. So it just feels good to know that they're going to have one last game.
Yeah, I'm doing a timeline package for the special, and it's a 6-minute piece of everything that happened this year with this team, which is so crazy. I guess I shouldn't say speaking, talking about games that actually happened today, though. Gonzaga taking on North Alabama in the Kennel, and as you would imagine, this was a blowout. The Bulldogs won 93-63. 5 Zags got into double figures. Chet Holmgren wasn't far behind for making it 6, as he had 9 points. Julian Strother led all Zags with 15 points, so the scoring was also pretty spread out. Earlier today, San Diego's men's basketball team announced that they are on a COVID pause, which means the Zags won't play them on Thursday. Generally, the college basketball world has been wrecked due to COVID the past few weeks in terms of cancellations. Mark Few talked about his squad and how they are handling all of this after the game.
We're doing the best we can, but also using common sense and logic. The whole, being fully vaccinated and all that. I mean, so we're again just trying to apply some logic and common sense to this thing too.
Gonzaga's next game is against LMU on Saturday at 4 o'clock. So, we'll see if that game goes on as scheduled. We're kind of back to last year where everything changes.
And the women had to cancel a couple of games
Yes,
this week.
they are already on. They are on a COVID pause of their own. That was very unfortunate because Courtney Vandersloot's jersey ceremony was supposed to be tomorrow. Yeah.
COVID, I'm over it.
I know. We're done.
I'm done with COVID, but it's not done with us.
No, it
That's
is not.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Brenna, thank you very much.